All right, we are back at the Tacoma Dome. Weight class 145. It'll be Kellen Pelzel of Centralia against Andrew White of WF West. The other placers at 145, Schaefer Hendricks of Blaine, or Blanchette, I think. I think it's Blaine. Kamal Katishat of Ellensburg, Carlos Toledano of Cedar Crest, Matt Miller of Deer Park was 6th. 7th was Brian McCarty of, I'm not sure which, you know which high school that one is? North Mason, that's it. And A.J. Milliard of North Kitsap. Here, Andrew White and Kellen Pelzel. Pelzel beat Hendricks of Blaine by pin in the semifinals. White took on T-Shat of Ellensburg and had to hold on to win that 7-5. These two wrestlers have met each other several times, including at regionals, where Andrew White held on for a 1-point win. In the duels, when the two teams faced each other, I can't remember. They faced each other at least 3 times this year. White has won all 3 of them, twice by just 1 point, though.
Exactly. And not only did they wrestle each other this year 3 times, last year they were in the same weight class. If you look at the Washington map where Centralia and Chehalis are, the city limits butt up to each other. These guys are next door neighbors. They know each other very well.
Right now, do you think that any of the momentum could be going Pelzel's way a little bit? He finished strong at regionals. He came out and had a very impressive pin in the semifinals, and Andrew struggled a little bit to get through to hold on to that semifinal win.
Well, if he's ever going to beat White, this would be the time to do it, but I haven't seen it yet, so let's see what happens here.
Andrew White and his brother Kirby White, they come from Prodigy, and he's got tons of experience here, and this should really be a fun match.
Yeah, Andrew White is a senior, and Pelzel is a junior, and this is the 3rd year in a row that Andrew's been in the finals, but he hasn't won yet. He's taken 2nd place the last 2 years, so he wants this pretty bad.
No question about it, and we're off and running with Pelzel and White, and we might see something early in this match.
Yep. Andrew White loves to tie up, do what's called an American handshake. It's almost like a head and arm, but Kellen knows everything what he wants to do, so he's not going to give. I don't think he'll give him that throw. So let's see what happens here. He's got a Russian on right now, working with the feet, working with the Russian. Right now, I'd have to say Andrew's more offensive.
Andrew tends to be very offensive, especially early in the matches, and that's twice against Pelzel as well, and then tends to kind of hold on there in that 3rd round.
Yeah, he likes to get that lead, and then he does the leg ride stuff and tries to act busy and all that kind of stuff, but he needs to get some points first. 0-0 right now, first 45 seconds.
So Pelzel in the orange and black, and Andrew White in the maroon of WF West. WF West, the last team to win a state championship other than Deer Park, and his brother Kirby had a lot to do with that particular team as well.
Exactly. And right now, WF West has made the top 10 on the scoreboard. They're in 10th place team-wise, too, so they didn't have too bad of a tournament right now. Centralia, on the other hand, is number 2 right now, and I don't think anybody can pass them, and I don't think and they can't pass Deer Park either, so they took 2nd place as a team. They had a great tournament. White just got himself a nice takedown, drew first blood. He's going for a tilt. We got a 1 count. He needs a 2 count, though, to get any points. There's 1. No points scored there. And it looked like Andrew just sort of dragged him out of bounds so he could start over.
So 2-0 with 21 seconds, 21.9 seconds to go here in the 1st round. And you can see Andrew White probably strength-wise stronger than Kellen Pelzel, but that's not the only way to win a match.
Yep, but Kellen does have the length. He's stringy, so sometimes those guys are hard to wrestle with. Trying to figure out where these hands and legs are all coming from. There's that leg right I told you he likes to put in. But there's short time. He just stuck that in there to make sure there's no points scored for the rest of the round. He's looking really busy. It's going to be 2-0 first round.
2-0 after round number 1 between neighbors, frankly, WF West and Centralia High School. They call them the Twin Cities down there in Lewis County. And there's quite a rivalry between the Bearcats and the Tigers, and it's extending right here into the championship match of the 145-pound weight class at Matt Classic 24.
Yeah, Pelzel had the choice to go up or down, and Centralia always goes down. But this time he deferred, so Andrew had his choice, and he picked down. Uh-oh, he's in trouble here. He's got his leg and the arm. So Andrew's actually in control here. He should have a 2-point reversal and some back points. No, he's going to lose the arm. See, that referee's got to see if there's any exposure. He's in control now. It's 4-0.
So 4-0, 1:20 left to go, and Kellen Pelzel now trying to reverse fortunes here, and he will be on the bottom now.
Yeah, the Chehalis coaches think there should have been a 2-point near fall there, but it's a good call. There's 2 of them out there. But the referee's got to know what these moves are, though, sometimes.
Yeah, but that would have been a half a second, 2-second count there. That wasn't even really close, really.
That's why I'm glad there's 2-man mechanics here, because they can talk to each other. They'll try to get the right score out there, and I believe 4-0 is the correct score right now.
So right now, Pelzel's just trying to get anything on the board.
Yeah, we got 50 seconds to go. I'm surprised they didn't call stalling there, actually. He just held onto the leg and stayed there, but they called that a stalemate. There's a nice tight waist. Broke him down to the belly. Pelzel has to do some hand fighting down there. Got to get away. He needs to score this round to keep it within a one move match here. He's going to get that leg in again, Andrew. Yep. Going to act busy. And what happens, Paul, if he stands up? Do you remember?
Potentially dangerous.
You're learning. I like that. His hands are still on the ground there, so it's not potentially dangerous yet. That power half's going to come in there. He's going to crank on that a little bit. Tell you the truth, I don't think he's actually going for back points right now. I think he's just trying to act really busy, making sure Pelzel doesn't get any points.
Down to 11 seconds and another stalemate here, and that'll put Pelzel on the bottom once again.
Got 11 seconds to go. You think he's going to try to sneak in a leg here real quick? Let's see. He's down. Come on, don't make me a liar. Stick that leg in there. Nope, he's just going to hold on to the leg. There you go.
And that takes us to the end of round number 2. So Andrew White has yet to taste a state championship. He's been in the finals for 2 straight years. He is now 2 minutes away from claiming the top prize with a 4-0 lead going into the final round.
Pelzel picked neutral position, on your feet. That's where he feels more comfortable, or where he thinks he can score his points. Let's see if he can. Oh, nice little ankle pick. Has to finish it, though. Has to finish it.
And that's what he did in the regionals. He caught Andrew at the last second in some type of move and pulled within 1. And that's what he's looking for, is just that one opportunity.
Yep, Andrew has a nice little single leg in there, nice and tight. He's going to hold on to that for a while. Potentially dangerous is called. They're back on their feet. Still a 4-0 lead here from Andrew.
1:23 to go. And with a state championship, Andrew White would also, I believe, secure his team in the top 10 likely here on the team points.
Past Tumwater.
The T-Birds will have a chance to come back, though, at 160.
We got a takedown here, 2-point takedown. Now, Pelzel has a choice here. He either thinks he can turn him over, or he's going to let him go and try to take him down 2 more times. Because every time you let him go, he's going to get 1 point out of that. So now he's down by 3 instead of 4. Andrew's going to do. Oh, if he finishes this, Pelzel's in trouble. 40 seconds to go. He's got the wizard in still, Pelzel. Come on, Andrew's got the wizard. He doesn't want to give up a takedown, but that's close. That's close. Both feet were in bounds. That was a close. Nobody's arguing about it. It's 26 seconds to go. Andrew just has to be solid here. Pelzel has to do some gambling here.
A gamble here by Pelzel. He's got to do something.
Andrew's just going to grab onto the leg and stall. That's all he has to do is just hold on, and let the clock click. Smart wrestling. Make sure everything's tight. There's nothing there he can roll you over with. He's not even content, not even trying to take him down.
And that is it. And Andrew White finally does it. Andrew gets that elusive state championship in his senior year. And he is the champion. And these two guys, they know each other. They like each other. Coaches congratulate. And, you know, this is one of the rare cases where you know they know each other so well that even on the losing end, you feel pretty good for a kid like Andrew White.
Yeah, Pelzel knows his history and all that. But Kellen will have his shot next year. He'll be a contender.
He'll be back maybe a little stronger, and, who knows. He'll get another chance at it, that's for sure. Well, 145 here in weight class 2A is in the books, and Andrew White of WF West comes away with his first championship after coming up short 2 years in a row. He is now a state champion, and that something can never be taken away.
Yeah, congratulations, Andrew White. You deserve it. He's a great kid, great family, and I know he's planning on he's trying to go to Air Force, so hopefully his dreams come true there.
No question about it. Congratulations to Coach John Taylor and his crew as well of picking up an individual title here for the WF West Bearcats. All right, 145 in the books now. Up next, Bobby Reese of Kingston at weight class 152 will take on Braden Barazay of East Valley Spokane. We'll have that coming up for you next as we take a timeout. We'll be back after this break with more from Matt Classic 24, the 2A State Wrestling Championships on the WIAA Network.